High demand spikes, like a Valentine's Day weekend, bring massive foot traffic to hospitality groups, but they also expose hidden pricing errors. These errors often go completely unnoticed until the booking window closes. This data table shows a real-time pricing anomaly for a Friday night on Valentine's Day weekend. The hotel's best available rate is $120, while the competitive set is charging an average of $139. Meanwhile, the property is already 71% OTB, meaning its total inventory is mostly reserved. Filling up at a severe discount means bleeding yield. Every night this gap remains open leaves $589 of incremental revenue on the table. In standard hotel operations, catching this specific leak requires a human revenue manager to pull multiple spreadsheets, cross-reference competitor rate shoppers, and spot the discrepancy before the inventory disappears. To find these anomalies, a revenue manager must manually synthesize data across disconnected systems, like property management systems and weekly Smith Travel research reports, benchmarking property performance against local competitors. This chart illustrates the daily workload of a hotel revenue professional. They spend 60 to 70. It replaces passive reporting dashboards with an active, AI-native digital colleague designed to execute the data aggregation automatically. Applying generic artificial intelligence to this problem fails because hotel data is heavily siloed. A property's information is fractured across 9 distinct data domains, from day-by-day strategy logs to booking window forecasts. The architectural solution to this fragmentation is the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. MCP is an open standard that enables AI models to securely connect to and query external data sources in real time. Instead of a massive, static data dump which overwhelms AI memory, this protocol structures each data domain as a dynamic tool. The Claude AI agent sits at the center, mapping distinct pathways directly to the 9 external data silos. This means the agent does not read every piece of data at once. It only invokes the exact subset of information it requires, precisely at the moment a specific calculation demands it. Routing queries dynamically prevents context window overload. The AI synthesizes enterprise-level data with accuracy without losing track of the mathematical details. Running continuously on top of this architecture is the signal engine. This operates as the proactive intelligence layer of the system. The engine is preloaded with deep operational logic, containing 199 specialized revenue management terms and 12 mathematical detection rules. Returning to the Valentine's anomaly, the system caught the discrepancy using a specific rule, the rate underpricing alert. It fires only when the hotel's rate drops more than 10% below the competitor average, while occupancy sits above 50%.
These 12 rules monitor the incoming data streams 24 hours a day. They fire proactively, identifying critical revenue events without requiring a human operator to initiate a query. This mechanism inverts the standard workflow. Revenue managers no longer hunt for data leaks. They simply review and approve the AI solutions. Once a detection rule is triggered, the engine immediately generates a workflow to address the problem. The system provides a multi-step action plan. For the underpriced Friday night, it recommends raising the rate to $139 and closing discount channels, quantifying the exact dollar impact. To ensure execution, it automatically assigns an owner and a deadline. Generic AI chatbots wait for prompts and provide broad advice. This is an agentic workflow that identifies a specific financial gap and structures the operational fix. The AI communicates these fixes through 5 interaction modes. Whether generating a daily summary email, answering questions in a web chat, taking a voice call, facilitating a revenue meeting, or providing deep data analysis, it meets stakeholders in their preferred interface. RM Copilot manages the entire life cycle of a pricing decision, from initial anomaly detection to final execution, operating with the autonomy of a 15-year veteran. At the macro level, hotel management companies face a mathematical scaling trap. There is a direct, linear relationship between portfolio size and required headcount. As portfolios grow, executives must choose between 2 paths. They can hire more staff, increasing fixed costs, or they can overload their existing team, which predictably degrades pricing quality and leads to burnout. By automating repetitive data analysis, this system breaks the scaling trap. A single human manager can increase their operational capacity from 12 properties to 22 properties. This chart compares a portfolio expanding from 28 to 36 properties. Without the AI,
that growth requires hiring a fourth full-time manager. With the AI, the original team of 3 can absorb the new properties. Avoiding a new hire creates a $55,000 net annual savings for the portfolio, accounting for technology costs. It also projects a 5 to 8% lift in RevPAR. The autonomous system reduces operating costs, increases gross margins by 8%, and shields staff from administrative burnout. The $3.2 billion hospitality software market is currently dominated by legacy platforms that function primarily as passive calculators. These systems were built as pricing engines for a world before large language models. They trap operators inside complex dashboards that still demand heavy manual oversight. RM Copilot establishes an architectural moat by combining a unified data layer with proactive signal intelligence. It is a structural advantage that older platforms cannot quickly replicate with their existing codebases. The core philosophy is clear. Productivity gains are found by delegating the administrative grind to a machine, freeing human experts to focus on high-level strategy. This shifts the adoption timeline, cutting portfolio costs by $55,000 while increasing manager capacity makes these tools a functional requirement for maintaining margins. Ultimately, the performance gap between automated portfolios and legacy teams will determine who maintains their market share in an increasingly price-sensitive environment.